thing is when you write songs, Ryan Key and Ryan Mendes are really talented. They have done this for such a long time, so I think it gave us experience. They have a lot of experience that we don't have. They have a whole other different way of seeing everything, and when we show them the songs, they can like divide them up into. They can make sense out of them. And be like, okay, maybe you should leave that out. Maybe you should do this twice as much, stuff like that. So it really helped a lot because they were really producers on the album. They took the songs, they helped us make them perfect, and yeah, it was awesome. Yes, I think I was 13 years old when me and Adam, our guitar player, we started our first band. We decided that was when I decided, oh, I want to play music, and all my friends were like, okay, that's not going to be possible for you. That's when I decided, I was like, I'm going to be a rock star when I was 13 years old. And since then, I've played music for like every day since then. Touring with YellowcardRock is really fun because we really like the guys and we're having a blast in our room tour. The last tour we did, we had a lot of fun. We had a van, they were in the tour bus, so we're talking to them. We're like, next time we want to be on the bus, and they were like, yeah, guys, we're gonna have you on the bus. And this time we're finally sharing the bus, and it's so fun. We're having so much fun. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. We divided the group and we do different chores for the show. So it's like Daniel, my brother, he's like a tour manager of this tour. So he always talks to all the people, make sure we have our own space where we can put our stuff and make sure everything turns out the way we need it to be. And you know, Jimmy has everything he has to do with the drums. It's a lot of work. He always has to build the drums. That takes like forever. So.
Oh yeah.
And I usually work with the merch. Merch is good, and yeah, I have a lot of vocal things. I warm up before I sing as well. So we usually just take it easy and warm up. Right now, we just want to tour as much as possible. We have this record, we think it's really awesome. We want to distribute it more than we have already. So we're thinking about, we don't know what we're doing actually. We're writing some songs right now. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe we will, yeah, we're writing some new songs. But most of all, we're just touring a lot. We just want to play as much as possible. Yes. I think when I was like 13 years old, when I started my first band, that's when I started listening to YellowcardRock as well. And so I've always listened to them. And Ryan Key has always been like a role model for me when I grew up, and as well as other guys in the band. So it was insane when we got to work with them. We were like, yeah, I couldn't, yeah. I could never imagine something like that when I was 13 years old, or when I was 5 years later either. I mean, it's insane. I would like to tour with Rise Against. I would like to tour with Paramore. All the big bands. I would like to tour with I think bands like that I grew up listening to, like Senses Fail, or like Silverstein, or even bands that aren't that big, like Finch. They were a band. They're not a band anymore. But, yeah. We played a show with the store so far. That was awesome. That was so much fun. I would love to tour with them.
What about some Swedish bands?
Swedish bands. There's one band that I grew up listening to called Blindside. I totally want to tour with them. Or Millencolin.
Okay.
That would be awesome. No, I haven't. We arrived this morning. And we're actually going out eating later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't eaten anything yet. We've been walking around town, and when we were driving here, I think we saw like a really big house on the way, like I don't know what it was, something big, cool.
On the way here.
Yeah.
But not in the center. Not yet.
Yeah, it was close, very close.
Like National Museum or theater.
Could
The
be.
gold on the top.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Near the river.
Yes.
It was probably National Theater.
Yeah, it was probably that.
It was like square, but kind of not really like a ball on the top, but square and something.
Yeah, I
gold.
think it was
Yeah?
that because we were
Yeah? Close to
by
the river.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so you saw
that was beautiful.
that.
And I've just been walking around town. And
Yeah.
it looks really old,
Yeah, it is.
which I really like. So we have something called Old Town in Stockholm.
I've been there.
Yeah, I love that
It's
part of
just- yeah.
Stockholm. That's the best part of Stockholm. So
Yeah.
when I was walking around here, I was like, yeah, this is nice. I like it. Do we have any?
Yeah, of course.
Hello.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay.
I was actually surprised, and when we got off the bus and I was carrying something, there have been like 3 different people walking right straight to me and was like, "Hey, you're Jack from like Torches, right?" I could never imagine that. I mean, we've never been here before.
Tu vodičku.
Děkuji. Kolik to stojí?
Thank you very much.
A, super, dík.
Abyste neumřeli od smedu.
I could never imagine that we had fans here. I didn't know. So it's really exciting to see tonight. I have no idea what to expect, if there's going to be any people like knowing our songs or anything.